I'm Joe Reed, and you're listening to Behind the Mic with AudioFile Magazine. Stephen Cummings is with me. He's with me for the whole week, and you've had two really good days. Where are we going with the third day?
Third day, here we are, another Earphones Award. This is an audiobook entitled Junie. It's by Erin Crosby Eckstine and it's read by Angel Pean.
She narrated The American Queen by Vanessa Miller, and I think that was the first time I ever heard her, and she is really something else.
She is, and this is one of those performances that I just so appreciated that I did a quick check on research, and yes, I've encountered her voice, and she's also an actress, and it all just came together for me in this particular audiobook.
Give us the thumbnail sketch of it.
So the thumbnail is that this is kind of a historical fiction set in Alabama in 1860s, right before the Civil War. Junie is an enslaved girl who is mourning the death of her sister Minnie. Now she spends her days tending to the needs of the plantation owner's daughter. Her name is Violet. So already you're getting kind of an outlay, and you may think that this might be something that is along the same lines of a romanticized story of that time. I can assure you that it is not. This is not a Gone with the Wind. This is, first of all, being told very specifically from the perspective of the character of Junie. So we'll start there. Junie does find time in her day. She's a smart girl. She reads. She's engaged in the world around her, but she's also kind of a wanderer and a it kind of has a free spirit, at least internally. And here's where the story really goes to a place that if you didn't read the cover or the background, you might buy. This is an interesting twist. She's wandering and she encounters the ghost of Minnie, her sister.
Oh,
Yes. And so through the interactions with her ghost sister, this relationship begins to help focus Junie on what might be a potential pathway to her freedom. Now, I'll say that Angel Pean's performance here really brings this all together. She delivers this story very confidently. She captures that carefree spirit of Junie, but she also captures her wit and determination in such an effective way that, again, this is one of those storytelling experiences in audiobook form that I just found very riveting.
and a little bit about Junie's relationship with her sister Minnie. Does she feel I mean, did Minnie die a long time ago? Is it a recent death? Were they close in age? Just a little bit about that relationship because it sounds like it's important.
It is. It is a close relationship, and the narrative keeps the details a little bit unclear intentionally at the beginning.
Okay.
Junie carries sort of the what you might think of as sort of does she feel responsible for this? Does she feel like she missed something? There are details early on that the listener picks up on that encourage them to continue following, and that comes out when she interacts with her sister's ghost in the forest because they don't start off just by talking back and forth. The ghost is very nonverbal but gives her indication that she's there. There's flashes of light, there's things like that, and then that relationship builds, but that's part of the tension of the story that makes it even more fascinating.
So you have a clip. Do you wanna set this up for us?
Yes, so in this clip we get a real strong sense, again, what we learn of the spirit that motivates Junie just kind of gives you a perspective of her world outlook and what might help lead her, or how we understand how she might be led to encounter her sister's ghost, and then the courage to escape her captors.
Okay. We're gonna hear from Junie by Erin Crosby Eckstein, read by Angel Pean.
Luck isn't ever on Junie's side. That's not what everybody else thinks. Ma, her grandmother, says bad luck has nothing to do with it, that Junie is carefree. Why you always got to be so carefree? Be careful, like your sister. Junie wants to tell her that she's wrong, that being carefree is a good thing, that the word she means to say is careless, thoughtless, or foolish. She swallows the lump in her throat. You got anything to clean this up, Tommy? McQueen asks, hunched over.
Well, that's not only great characterizations, that is a really strong narrative voice that's
Hmm.
driving that story forward.
Absolutely. Again, starting this audiobook up, I wasn't quite sure where this was going to go. I knew that there were some unique details with the sort of magical realism of it all, but that's just again credit to the author, but really also credit to Angel's just a wonderful performance all around. So this is one of those audiobooks I would say, if for no other reason, listen to this narrator, listen to Angel Pean's voice. This is a great example of a just a wonderful performance.
That's Junie by Erin Crosby Eckstine, read by Angel Pean, and it's an Earphones Award winner. Thank you so much, Stephen. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Great to be here.
Support for Behind the Mic comes from Dreamscape, the publisher of The Tenant, by #1 New York Times bestselling author Frida McFadden, and narrated by Will Dameron and Christine Lakin. And I just want to let listeners know that this Friday we have a bonus edition of Behind the Mic. It's the Earphones Roundup. I'm joined by AudioFile's Laura Rossi, who shares 3 earphones titles: one that she's listened to, one that she's listening to, and one that she has next up on her queue. So if you want some excellent suggestions, tune in this Friday for a bonus edition of Behind the Mic. It's our Earphones Roundup. I'm Joe Reed. I'll talk to you tomorrow.